Hey guys, it's Kilo here and it's Combos with Kilo. So today we're going to talk about the stag to sword spin. Okay? So real quick, I'm going to show you what it looks like and then we're going to break it down. Alright, so first move is the stag. So if you notice that I'm using a good old true grip. Here, my outside leg is going to connect to the front of the pole, just like your traditional fireman videos you have done with me. Same thing with your martini videos you have done with me. So, with that being said, I'm pressing the side of my leg near my knee into the pole, making sure the calf muscle is pulling the pole toward me and continuing to push my hips back. What is going to happen with your inside leg? You are going to be kicking it back as if you're lifting your heel off the ground. So my little joke is, think about you are doing a lunge, but instead, you're on the pole, okay? So you want to try to create this beautiful 90-degree angles with your outside leg as well as your inside leg, okay? So, my pole is on spin, so I can break this down for you. This is doable on a static pole, but you have to create your momentum and it has to be fast transitions. Okay? So, I'm pulling down through my inside shoulder. I am pushing with my outside arm, keeping that beautiful 90-degree angle. Outside leg comes in front, creating that 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle. I'm going to allow my hips to push forward to create momentum on my spin pole. I'm going to lift my inside leg to that beautiful 90-degree angle. Okay, so that is your stag spin. Let's break down your sword spin, and I'm going to show you how to transition both of them together. Your sword spin is actually an inside leg lock. So, if you have done dips or 360 spins, it may seem similar feeling to that, okay? Where your inside leg is actually going to be catching on the inside of the knee, okay? And like as always, never your kneecap, okay? I am catching here, the back of my ankles on the front. While I do the sword spin, my hips are not squared behind my pole. My hips are turned outward. So think about facing your hips toward your audience or facing your hips in the direction your body's rotating in. Okay? However, you're still going to stay in your true grip. So my inside arm is nice and high, outside arm having that beautiful push motion going on. Okay? Here, your outside leg. When you are doing this, you never want to have your outside leg kicking behind like this. This is throwing your hips off, okay? Don't kick it forward. I want you to think about kicking it out to your side because this is what's keeping your hips in that forward direction. They're not turning into the pole. They're going to continue to go in the direction you want to spin in, okay? So think about, I always tell everyone, not quite like warrior pose. And I apologize if it's warrior 2, warrior 3. You get the gist. You want to think about turning your hips. It's not a full warrior pose, but it reminds me of it. Okay? You see how I'm standing here talking to you? My hips are still facing you. They're still facing forward. And because they're facing forward, guess what's pushing into the pole to stop me from falling forward? Okay? If I do this, there I go. I'm coming on out. So, to show you the sword by itself, I'm going to lift my inside leg up. Okay, hands are up. Sweep. And see how my hips are still facing forward in the direction I am turning. Okay. To get comfortable with it, you're welcome to do it from a low position of allowing your foot to stay behind. Hands are in true grip. And as I go, let it catch and feel your hips going in the direction of your spin, not toward the pole. I'm going to keep stressing that. Okay? So that's your stag, that's your sword. How do you put them together? Well, if my outside leg and my stag is catching into my knee pit, and my inside leg is catching in the inside of my knee pit, ooh, maybe it's the switch of the knees. I don't know. We'll figure that out, right? So here is my stag, okay? Imagine this leg is up, okay? When I get ready to transition, I actually bring this leg up, switch ankles, and then turn my hips, okay? So this is a little hard to do very slow, but I'm going to show you. So here's my stag, boom, here, look, both the knees, boom. All you're doing is going here, boom, boom. It's a quick switcheroo. It's fast. It's a quick touch and go. Because all you're doing is removing your outside leg, okay? And your inside is coming in, touching, and as you push to bring the ankle over, this leg is going out to the side. Okay? So one more time. Stag. Okay. Turn a little bit for you. Stag, boom, switch. Okay? And obviously my hips would turn, but because I'm holding the pose, hips are not quite turning because I don't want to lose my spin. Because if I turn my hips away, my spin's going to increase on my pole. So, guys, that is your stag to soar spin.